Well, it's Wednesday, and that means that plants and garden expert Craig Hignight is joining us live to answer all of your burning questions. Good morning, Craig. Thank you so much for joining us. And so we are on our Facebook page right now, the WQAD Facebook page, and we're asking all these questions. Excuse me, the volume was still on. So Sar says, Craig, remind me how to deter Japanese beetles and other pests.
Okay, the safest thing, that I feel that there is the 7. That, you know, when you first see Japanese beetles, which was probably about 3 weeks ago, you get out there with your 7, you get about a 4-day residual when you're using 7, so you only have to spray every 5 days. But then the big thing is that jar of soapy water that you're knocking them into, and if you can keep them under control for the first 7-10 days, they're going to go to somebody else's yard that's not doing anything.
Uh-oh. So we just want to shoo them somewhere else.
Right. Well, that's how
just
a beetle.
take them to the neighbor.
That's how a beetle. That's how a beetal bag works.
Like. There
you know, it attracts. It has the pheromone for the females, which attracts everybody in. And I'm going to say this on air: if you use a beetle bag, don't put it in your yard. Put it in the yard of the neighbor you don't like.
Oh. Where's Charlie's bell?
Front porch bag. Oh my goodness gracious. We've got Jason's asking, should you keep mowing the yard when it's been hot with no rain?
Of course. You never want to take off more than about 1/3 of the top of your grass at each mowing. So, you know, where we were mowing 2 times a week a month and a half or more ago, you're probably down to less than once a week going through late July into August. Believe me, it'll catch up in September when those rains come back. But you just take off 1/3 at each mowing. And of course, your grass should be mowed at 3 inches to keep, as the roots are directly related to the length of the grass blade, so you want to mow high during the summer.
So just like the barber, a little off the top.
Well, we have some rain in the forecast, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem for too much longer.
Thankfully.
Marley is asking, her lilies are done blooming and the flowers are gone, so can she cut back the stock?
No. Only take off the spent flower heads so that they don't go ahead and set seed where the flowers were. But you should go ahead and keep fertilizing them through about the next 4 to 6 weeks because they're building the bulb back up for next year's bloom. So you don't want to take the leaves off now. It's going to severely damage next year's flowering if you do.
All right. From Gina, is it too soon to start cutting the raspberries back?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do our raspberry pruning in the spring. That's the time to go ahead and prune your raspberries. Keep those pruners at bay on those fruits for right now.
Back to the Japanese beetles, Debbie says that she has they've skeletonized a willow burning bush, 2 apple trees, and are working on several oaks. What can I do?
Well, just get out there and stay on top of it with your spray. Fortunately, we're probably halfway through Japanese beetle season at this time, so they're going to go away. These plants are going to survive. They might be weakened. Remember, if we don't get the rain, that through August and September, a little bit investment of water is definitely going to keep these plants happy and building up for next year's growth. But right now, you've got to stay on top of the beetle population so they don't do any more damage.
Those pesky little buggers.
Yeah.
John, should I prune my gourds?
No.
Oh my gourd, don't.
Oh,
no.
Goodness.
Gourds, all of our vine crops, gourds, cucumbers, zucchini, they need every leaf they can make to go ahead and fill out the fruit. If you're finding that they're traveling outside their designated area, just give them a U-turn and head them back in on themselves so they can still make their foliage without running all over the yard.
Okay. And Michelle says, I have inchworms on my daisies. What can I do about them?
Okay, that would be either Captain Jack's Dead Bug Juice or Spinosad. This is a product that is very good on caterpillars, which inchworms are. You could drink the stuff out of the bottle, wouldn't hurt you, and it's environmentally friendly.
Bug juice.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Captain Jack's.
There you go. Well, we're still taking questions. We're going to take a short break. Keep answering or putting them in the WQAD Facebook page chat, and we'll be right back.